Hi Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see what the month has in store for you. It is going to be a general reading. Please keep that in mind. If you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. Okay, you've got the Moon card. Some of you might find yourself in a state of, as you enter the new month here, in a state of uncertainty, anxiety. You might find yourself really on edge, or just really uncertain, undecided about yourself, about a certain romantic person you're involved with, or about a certain situation you find yourself in. You're unsure, okay? You might also be getting mixed messages, or you might be the one giving off mixed messages. If you're not certain about something or someone, it's saying something, right? It's just saying you aren't 100% sure, and that's okay. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be uncertain. Maybe what you need is, to take a step back from a situation and just gather your thoughts, your feelings, sort out through some of those scattered emotions or some of the scattered energy. Also, the Moon card, when I look at it, it's like the law of polarity. Everything must exist within each other. So if things have been really down for you, they're about to pick up. If things have been, if you've been going through some dark nights, it's about to the sun is going to shine, and it's about to get brighter for you. So if there's a lot of things that have been if there's a lot of endings in your life, things are about to, you're about to see, more beginnings. So it's absolutely important for you to embrace, okay, this law of polarity, for you to embrace that, you must, in order for you to appreciate the light, you must appreciate the darkness too, right? In order for things to go up, they eventually must go down. So it's just, everything, must work in harmony with each other. And if you've been going through some things here, if you've been going through uncertainty or confusion, there is clarity coming in for your energy, okay? Because eventually you're going to get more clarity, emotional, mental clarity on a situation or on a person. But I also think it's okay for you to stay a little bit confused. It's okay for you to stay a little bit uncertain, because there's obviously something there. There's obviously something there that's making you feel this way or making you think this way. So you just need to gather through your thoughts and your emotions a little bit more. Your intuition is going to be very big this month, and it's also going to guide you out of some sort of tricky situation, or it's going to guide you through the darkness of some sort. I'm also seeing that with the past, you might be holding on to. This month you might really find yourself really nostalgic, or just reminiscing about a certain person or how things were from in the past. Maybe that's what's making it really hard for you to move forward, or for you to make up your mind about something or someone, because you keep holding on to the past. Or maybe the past has a very strong, firm grip on you, but it's time to let go. Whatever it is, it's time to, it's okay to revisit the past. It's okay to go back to the past and learn from your mistakes. But, it's not really okay to live there, right? So for some of you, I'm also seeing like cycles as well with the moon. So you might be repeatedly going to the past, revisiting the past again and again, which is making it really hard for you to write a new chapter of your own. So it's time to maybe let go of someone emotionally, energetically, or it's time to make peace with the past, or it's time to finally let go of something here. Speaking of the past, you've got the Six of Cups. So look, I do think the past is going to play very strongly into your present situation this month, and for some of you, there may be key questions that you might have to ask yourself that the past holds the answers to. So you might have to go back and revisit the past so that you could learn from your mistakes, you could learn to do things differently. The past could you might be going back to something, okay? So something that you might be going back to a certain relationship, okay? And it may not, even though it may have ended for you, maybe you feel as though you know, there's still unfinished business between the two of you. There's still unresolved emotions. If you are going back to someone, in that sense, if you are going back to a relationship that, you know, you once broke off, it's important for you not to go back and repeat those mistakes, okay? You don't go back to those patterns that have emerged in your reading here. You don't go back to some of these unhealthy patterns or these, you know, unhealthy emotional behavioral patterns. It's important to do things differently. You don't want to repeat the past mistakes. You don't want to repeat, you know, any of these past patterns that you or this individual might be holding on to. Yeah, I see you feeling very nostalgic. You might also have repressed memories and emotions from the past, and that's something that you might have to work through this month. It could also be that the past is going to call this month, that you decide whether it has something new to say or whether it's the same old, same old. You could also be going back to something that you once loved. So that doesn't mean you're going back to someone you loved from the past. You could be going back to a childhood dream you abandoned. You could be going back to a company that you once worked for. You could be going back to a project that you started on and you just sort of left it aside. So you're revisiting the past, maybe physically for some of you. You're going back to revisit maybe the childhood home you grew up in, your childhood friends, the school that you attended. For some of you, you're revisiting the past on a spiritual level. Emotions are going to be huge for you this month. You might just find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. A lot of highs, a lot of lows. But we did speak about, you know, that whole law of polarity, and everything must exist within each other. Okay, so where there is light, there needs to be darkness. Where there is day, there's night. Where, you know, up and down, hot and cold. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be on a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I do think the past or a past person has something to do with this, but I feel like it's also very important for you to you know, really probe your feelings, really lean into your intuition as well, and just maybe see if you can get a bit of a more like more reins, more of a handle on your emotions. Be careful to not overwork yourself with something here with the Ten of Wands. Make sure that, you know, whether this stretches out to your career or anything else in life, make sure that you're sharing the load with others. Make sure you're not the only one that's, you know, pulling in the work. Make sure you're... There's something here that I feel like, and it could have something to do with this past pain or past hurt or past trauma. Maybe you need to offload to someone and share that, you know, share it with someone, whether it's sharing it with a close connecting energy, sharing your past, your story, whether it's putting it down on your thoughts on paper or putting it all in a book, or finding some sort of creative outlet, whether it's seeking professional advice. I see, be careful that, you know, you're not, because you're carrying a lot of weight. It could be emotional weight, or it could be you taking on a lot of responsibilities this month. But just be careful that you don't overburden, overwork, and overcommit yourself, because you will become, you know, exhausted and depleted in the process. Finances are looking good this month. I don't see you doing a lot of spending. In fact, I feel like you might even have opportunities to save some money this month. You might receive a pay increase, a pay rise, a lump sum of payment, money that comes from, well, it's for you, it's intended for you. I'm not sure where it's coming from though. It could be an inheritance, could be money that was owed to you, that was overdue, payment that was overdue, stalled for whatever reason. Okay, Eight of Swords energy. There's a situation here that I feel like you need to get out of, okay? And whether it is the fact that, you know, the past has a strong hold on you, or whether it's something, you know, you're feeling stuck and you don't know how to get out of that situation or out of the relationship, but there's something here that you're trapped in, okay? You see yourself trapped, but you're playing the victim. You're playing the victim, and it's almost like, you know, there is a way out, but you keep convincing yourself, like, as if to say, you know, there is no way out, and this is, you know, you're doomed, or this is what you're destined for, and that's not the truth at all. So there's a situation here which I feel like you're trapped in, but you need to, I feel like you need to, you know, get yourself out of the situation. I see you spending a lot more time on your own this month. I feel like you're really going to try and invest in yourself a little bit better. Maybe your overall health, your diet, your fitness, or take on some meditation, relaxation, practicing techniques. I just see you spending a little bit more time with yourself and just investing in yourself as well. I'm also seeing that there's something here that you've been working on. It's taken you a long time, but I feel like rewards are finally coming in. So it may have something to do with your studies or a personal project, something to do with work, but I feel like there's something here that you've been working on. Could be the work that you've been doing on yourself. It's starting to pay off handsomely, whether it's financially or whether it's in different ways. But something I feel like could also be something that you've been waiting on. If you've been waiting for something to come in, contact, communication, or offers, I see that finally coming in for you. The Hangman, I just feel like there may be some delays this month. I feel like you're going to go through periods this month where things are happening very quickly and very fast paced, and then all of a sudden things slow down. If you do experience any delays, any periods that are a bit stagnated, it's happening for a reason. The universe might want you to slow down. The universe might want you to take a closer look at a certain situation or something. You might even have to look at things from a different angle, a different perspective. It might also be redirecting you. But I also feel like, because, you know, notice the way the halo wraps around the sun, the Hangman's head, it's almost like a reference to the sun. I also feel like delays are absolutely purposeful for you. Even if you feel like your life has slowed down, I think it's like the universe's way of trying to illustrate something to you, and maybe it's trying to tell you, it's trying to, you know, illuminate to you that you need to take better care of yourself, or you need to, you know, really sit down, sit still with your feelings, your emotions, try and figure some things out before, you know, you move on to the next thing. It could also be you need to take a closer look at some of this emotional pain or hurt or trauma that you're, you know, buried under. I just feel like there's a lot of illustrating and a lot of illuminating that's happening for you this month. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thanks for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing, subscribing. Bye.